welcome back to another video. Today is January 17th, 8:48 a.m. Didn't have a video yesterday. Sorry if anybody was expecting one. I'll try to be more consistent. So the futures were down pretty good earlier, and the jobless numbers just came out, and now they're a little better. We'll have to see what this market does, because here you can see on the oscillator we're still pretty overbought. 76 is like ridiculous. 40 is overbought, so it's got to come down below that in order to get this overbought reading dealt with, and we just haven't done that yet. But today, with the futures down, maybe the indexes will do that. One thing I noticed though is if we have a bullish behavior, the indexes could wear off that overbought reading while underlying stocks are still moving. So we might get that. Might get that in some things. Taking a look at the S&P 500, we're right up to this line here, which was resistance at one point, or support at one point. We fell through it, and now it's resistance. And we're not through it yet, and as of yesterday we tried to get through and couldn't, and volumes seem to be pretty low, which is probably an indicator that we are going to pull back. Exactly when that's going to happen, I'm not sure, but be very cautious because the index is probably going to pull back. But looking at the Nasdaq and the Russell, it's the same kind of pattern. We came out of that bottom, and we've just kind of curved our way up a little bit, kind of flattening out, but volume is drying up. Could be a bull flag. Could be bull flag-ish, going sideways with volume dropping is the creation of a bull flag, but I don't know. I'd be cautious here. My list, Tandem Diabetes I bought into yesterday as it broke this upper line. Actually, I had a pennant there and it broke the descending line of the pennant. I bought it yesterday, and then there was a move up yesterday. I'm sorry, I bought it not yesterday, the day before yesterday, and then yesterday there was a move up. So now it's got this little ascending triangle that I tried to get out of yesterday but couldn't get all the way out of, and volumes are dropping off again. They're angling down. You can see down here volumes are dropping. That could be good. But again, with an index is gapping down, possibly moving down on the day. That's going to put a lot of pressure on these. Square, same thing though. It's got a really nice sideways pattern happening. I like Square. I bought in once and got stopped out. Square would be good over 67, 64, which is the flat line there. I really want to get into Square. I think that's one you should try to get into. And I'll be trying to get back into it. Netflix, it's ridiculous. Yeah, don't buy it today. Don't buy it before earnings. That's my warning. Now I would wait until earnings come out, see what it does. If it gaps up huge on earnings, fine. I still wouldn't buy it. I would wait for it to, wait to see what it does. If it's going to move up more, fine. Wait for a pattern out of there. If it gaps down, fine. It may still repattern and build its way back up. Just don't buy it today. I think that's the move that it's already done is the move it's going to have. There may be a big gap up, but I would think it would sell off from there if it gaps up. If it gaps down, I think it will actually get bought. I don't think it'll just gap down and tank, but I would just wait. I think there's going to be some kind of big move there that you don't want to be in. ABMD is still kind of consolidating underneath this line. I like that line a lot. 345, breakout of that line would be a buy. OLED tried to go yesterday. It came out of this line a little, but couldn't make it all the way out. So that I would give that more time to see if it can come out. Mongo may be finished. Tried to bounce off the lower line and couldn't. It's probably going to break below that lower line, and then I would just take it out of my list. I don't think it's going to be very good anyway. I think cyber's done. I'm probably going to move this. I have a secondary list down here. I'm going to move it into there so I'm not looking at it. In case it builds its way back up, it might. And then Palo Alto Networks has been moving pretty well here. Stopping at the 200-day. It might have to consolidate under that before it actually breaks above it. If you got into it, I would just give it more time. So that's it. The next video would be next week, Monday morning. So I will see you then.